I've seen a couple of Hakai builds come across my inbox. Now, I want to say first up that this might not be the most optimal Hakai build out there. This is something that was sent to me. I was like, well, we're literally a week and a half away from a sneak peek, I believe. Puts us, what, 2.5 weeks away from set release, and people are kind of curious to know what they can be doing with this deck. So, what can we actually do with Hakai? Or this, I don't even know what they are in English. It's still going to be Hakai for a little while. So, Hakai is this archetype that kind of aims to put their large boss monsters on the field, and you start using your opponent's stuff to climb link ladders. Now, it's all nice and dandy, but how consistent is it? With rarities in the TCG being literally, secret, the price tags are going to be expensive on these. So, kind of, is it worth it in the long run? I know I've seen True Draco Hakai, and we've seen some other interesting lists out there as well, but at the end of the day, it's going to be kind of up to you, just through the, I guess, overall potential of what the deck can do. So, anyway, we play, for this build, 2 copies of the Hakai Shin no Megatama. So it gains 300 attack for each Hakai card in your graveyard. So, depending on, everything in the archetype, these are all named Hakai, so, except for this is the Shackles of Soho. So, but anyway, 300 attack for every one of your friends, okay? And then you can only use each effect of this card once per turn. So you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Immediately after this effect resolves, Link summon one Dark Link monster using that opponent's monster and this card. So you get to climb up a free Link too. And then if this card on the field is destroyed by a battle or card effect, target a Hakai monster in your graveyard except for Hakai Shin no Megatama and special summon it. So this basically floats or lets you climb up a Link ladder with your opponent's monster. Sounds like free interruptions to me. Now, Hakai Shin Doshi Araha. So you can target one card you control, locks you into Fiends for the rest of this turn, and then destroy that card. And if you do, you get to special summon this card from your hand. So it's a free float onto the field. And then this card on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect, except by himself. You can special summon one Hakai from your deck or hand. So we get access to Megatama, or, we can float into Rocky over here. So that's always nice. Same thing with Hakai Doshi Rakia over here, except this one's not except for Araha's not a quick effect. But quick effect for this guy, target one card you control, destroy it. Can't special summon monsters for the rest of his turn except for Fiends, of course. And then you get to go ahead and just bring this guy on out. And then if this card on the field is destroyed by battle card effect, except for Rakia, you get to special summon a Hakai monster from your hand or deck, except for Rakia. I grant you for what they did for this archetype. It's really nice to see that everything systematically floats through itself. Basically, you just kind of combo off everything. That's why we were always talking about playing all of this with True Draco, because literally you stick Rocky on the field, pop it off, cool. Araha, pop it off the field, do your thing, like diagram thankfully destroys. So it's not like you don't have means to trigger through these effects. So granted, it's all in-house for the most part, but you get to do weird cheesy things. That's why we play things like Lair. So we play 2 copies of Arima with the Wicked Warden. So you can discard this card, of course, add your Lair of Darkness, and then you contribute 1 dark monster to draw a card. Now, this is really broken because, you get to go ahead and do that through your opponent's monsters. Like, the whole objective of this deck is to continuously feed off of your opponent's monsters, that in whatever real situation your opponent could really do, like, they shouldn't have much left on the field. Now, we're playing triple copies of a Lilith, getting, okay, once again, Lair of Darkness, tribute your opponent's monsters, do your thing, great. Have this whole armada of trap cards at your disposal. You should be able to get to anything that is major to you. Then we have 1 tour guide, triple copies of the field spell. While this card might not have as much power as it has in the past, dependent on the format, this card is still extremely good. And then triple copies of Pot of Extravagance. Your extra deck does matter to a degree, but the bigger things here are like, okay, so Torbus is Dark Fiend. Our big Link 4, Dark Fiend, Dark Fiend, Dark Fiend. Like, we play such large numbers of these things that we should be able to step through each of them. Really no problem. Standard spells here. 1 copy of Terraforming, the 1 Monster Reborn. Then we play the triple copies of the Shackles of Soho. So, this just lets you add a Hakai card from your deck to your hand. Now, I do stress this. It does say Hakai card, so you can tutor for your spells and traps. If this set card is destroyed by a card effect, you can special summon a Hakai monster from your deck. So, basically, you can go ahead, if you've got extenders and you need to set up some cool, plays, you can do this through this to get multiple monsters on the field pretty easily. Then we play 2 copies of the Whale of the Hakai Sheen. If you link summon a Hakai monster, you can target 1 card on the field, destroy it. And then if this set card on the field is destroyed by a card effect, you get to go ahead and splash summon another Hakai monster from your deck. I love these floating effects. So depending on where your opponent's set up in their combo, you can basically use Fred here to chomp off a monster and then use this to chop off another card. Like, this deck's greatest asset is just using everything that your opponent has against them. Now, one of the coolest cards that this deck will get to take advantage of is the 0 Day Blaster. Just lets you tribute a Dark Link monster, target cards on the field equal to this link rating, and destroy them. My only concern about this deck is what happens if our opponent just doesn't give us cards to feed off of. Because while this deck wants multiple destruction, singular destructions seem like they might be a little bit more, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for here, I guess detrimental. Like, if your opponent has 6 very powerful cards, what are you going to be able to do when going through the combo pieces? This is kind of something I was thinking of. Alright, so we have our Hakai traps here. So, we have triple copies of the Hakai Dual Dirge. So it lets you special summon a Hakai monster from our hand or graveyard. Reviving this guy seems really good. And then, if this set card is destroyed by a card effect, special summon 1 Hakai monster from your deck. Once again, the fact that all of the spells and traps all grant additional special summoning, like, you could just set this Dorgonic Diagram it, I'm just saying, there's really cute things. And then we have triple copies of Hakai Homily. So this lets you target a Hakai monster you control and 1 card in the field, destroy both targets. Once again, we have just all of this fun stuff. And then you can special summon 1 Hakai monster from your deck if this set card on the field is destroyed by card effect. They had to definitely give it the set clause, because could you imagine activating one of these and then, go Chainlink 1, Dirge, Chainlink 2, Homily, and destroy this? Like, that'd be a little bit too good. Triple copies of Reckless Greed and 2 copies of Trap Trick. Wrapping up the main deck here. Down here in the extra deck, we have 1 Stone King Darius, just for the carry. Then we have triple copies of the Hakai Sheen Raiga. So during your opponent's main phase, quick effect, target 1 face-up special summon monster your opponent controls. Immediately after this effect resolves, link summon 1 Dark Link monster except for Raiga, using the opponent's monster and this card you control. And then if this card on the field is destroyed by battle card effect, you can target 1 fiend monster in your graveyard except for Ragdi and add it back to your hand. So we can use this to do some cheesy stuff. Guess who else is a fiend? We can make Unicorn for the defense play, or we can crawl into Araba. So it's 2+ monsters, including a Hakai Sheen monster. So you can target 1 face-up monster opponent controls. Immediately after this effect resolves, link summon 1 Dark Link monster using Hakai Sheen Araba, using only that opponent's monster and this card you control. This card on the field is destroyed by battle card effect. Target a fiend monster in your graveyard, add it back to your hand. So this does actually float, which is kind of nice, but also this isn't a quick effect, which is a sad boy. And then our big boss monster, the Hakai Soshin Raigao. If a card or cards on the field is destroyed by a card effect, except by the effect of himself, you can target 1 card on the field, destroy it. When another monster is destroyed by battle, you target 1 card on the field, destroy it. During the end phase, target 1 card on the field, destroy it. Pretty decent for a boss monster, if you ask me. And then we have 2 Beat Cop and triple copies of Unicorn. Side deck, we have triple Lancia, triple Called by the Grave, triple copies of Imperial Iron Wall, triple Imperm, and triple copies of Anti-Spell Fragrance. Wrapping up this list. As I said, there's multiple ways that you can approach this deck. this is just the way that we're approaching it for this profile. So guys, what do you think? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about this deck. And well, catch you guys on. The ride never, well, truly ends. Thank you, patrons. Without you guys, I don't know what I'd be wearing in these videos. I might be a truffle shuffle incident all over again. Guys, please also check out Vanquil40 for some awesome Vanguard content. Some other interesting stuff you might find up here on the left or in the description as well. Thanks for watching.